Hey everyone, what we're going to talk about today is how to recover from tinnitus, the mistakes I made when I was going through tinnitus, how to actually break down the belief of noticing your sound forever, and that's what we're going to talk about. So before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you want to see more videos surrounding tinnitus, more videos talking about how to break down tinnitus, because this is a topic that I was stuck on for a really, really long time. I'm out here in this particular setting right here. I got a little bit of a stream over here in this neighborhood. I'm sure people are looking out their window thinking, you know, how's this kid talking about tinnitus in this beautiful environment? So let's just jump right into it. So I had really bad fear of tinnitus, and I actually do have tinnitus. Now, it doesn't matter whether you have it or not. Trying to figure that out is the problem. You're never going to be able to differentiate between whether it's real tinnitus or whether it's fake tinnitus. You're going to have to just go with that, roll with the punches, and apply the tools as if it was real. So I've been to music festivals my entire life. I've been to numerous 3-day techno festivals, lots of different shows. I had subwoofers in my car, 12-inch subwoofers, and I basically destroyed my ears, one can say, with all of this loud music. So when I woke up one day in June in 2019, what was going on was this. I basically woke up, I went to go to the bathroom, and there was ringing in my ears. Just how normally we'd hear ringing in our ears and it would go away. This time, the ringing didn't go away. The ringing stayed there for the remainder of the night. So when I woke up in the morning, I had a panic attack. Once I had a panic attack, the tinnitus stuck. Once the tinnitus stuck, it stayed completely latched until I've developed sensory motor OCD. If you want to learn more about sensory motor OCD, please go to our playlist. This is specifically about tinnitus, but the tools of sensory motor, also known as hyper-awareness, are the exact same tools that we use for tinnitus-based fears. So I woke up and I did all the wrong things. I stopped using my headphones. I stopped going to concerts. I stopped using metal knives. I read all the information on the Tinnitus Association websites. I watched all the podcasts. And I truly did believe that if I made it any worse, then my ears would kind of just like implode and I'd never be able to hear again. But this was a major problem. And the reason why it was a problem is because the fear cycle that I had, the fear around noticing the sound for the rest of my life, was the problem. Now, current research shows that 1 in 6 people struggle with tinnitus. That's a lot. That's a huge number. So if you're watching this and you're one of those 6 people, I could tell you right now, 1 in 6 people, I could tell you that you don't have to live your life in avoidance. You don't have to suffer. Number one, what is the most important thing about tinnitus? Whether it's the fear of tinnitus, OCD type sense, or you're finding this and you actually have tinnitus. So the number one is your belief system about the tinnitus. I have it. I have ringing in my ears. I barely notice it because the fear has gone down. When it jacks up at night, when I'm reading, when I'm taking a walk sometimes, and then random times throughout like the months, it will get a little bit louder. The reason why there's no anxiety, no depression, is because my belief system surrounding tinnitus has changed. So right now, if you're struggling with tinnitus, you have a belief system, and that belief system looks like this. If I notice this sensation for the rest of my life, this ringing, my life is ruined. Now plug in the sound. It doesn't matter if it's whooshing, ringing, train sounds, wave sounds, none of that matters. It's still the belief that if I notice this for the rest of my life is ruined. And that is conditional life acceptance, and that's how that works. That's where you want to start. Second, you want to look at the compulsive behaviors you're doing to run from the sound. So if you have tinnitus, you don't have obsessive compulsive disorder, and you're finding this video, the tools are exactly the same. What has happened is you have stopped doing things in life. You have taught yourself that there's something to be scared of. So your tinnitus, the ring in your ears, has jacked up because you've taught yourself to be scared. You're avoiding certain things, you have compulsive behaviors. All of this comes together and then in time creates this consistent fear cycle of going down. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is tinnitus does not cause depression. That's not how it works. So a lot of people think that experiencing tinnitus is the reason why I'm depressed. But if that was the case, then every single person with tinnitus would be depressed. But I'm not depressed, nor am I anxious, nor am I scared at all about experiencing the sound tinnitus. So what you have is we have A plus B equals C. So activating event plus belief system equals C. Inside the activating event is tinnitus. It's experiencing ringing in your ears. Then most people think tinnitus, activating event equals C, emotional consequence, such as anxiety, depression, everything else that comes with it, depersonalization and derealization. So all of those run together. But instead, you actually have a belief system in between that. So it's tinnitus, ringing in the ears, plus this is horrible if I notice this for the rest of my life, equals C, emotional consequence, such as anxiety and depression. I love having people like go by on bikes. They're like, what is this kid talking about? It's so funny. That is what's going on with your tinnitus-based fears. The sound itself doesn't need to be run from. You don't need noise-canceling headphones. You don't need hearing aids. If you're trying to block the sound out with noise canceling, yeah, sure, if you're really older and you're finding this, you have a bunch of ear damage and you already have cochlear implants or you have hearing aids, we get that. But if you are purposefully wearing these things to run from the sensation, you are creating a bigger problem down the road. Now let's do a recap. Tinnitus, whether it's real or not, is irrelevant. Apply the tools. Is not the reason why the cycle continues. Your belief about the tinnitus and the avoidance behaviors you are partaking in and the compulsive behaviors you are partaking in are the reason the cycle continues, the reason why you're anxious, you're having panic attacks, you're depressed. You don't need sound blocking, noise canceling things. You don't have to run from the sound. You can listen to your music on full blast. You can wear headphones full blast. I have been listening to headphones with full blast since I recovered from tinnitus 3 years ago with no problem whatsoever, because the fear isn't there. And even if my tinnitus got worse, it still wouldn't matter because the fear wouldn't be there. It would just be something I would have to learn to live with. The problem with the community surrounding tinnitus is they base the entire treatment model off of being scared of the sensation. This is understandable, but a big, 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 big mistake. There's nothing to be scared of. This sensation is not horrible. So what we recommend is this. Go to our website. If you don't have OCD, you can still apply the tools from the book. Go to OCDrecovery.com, go to the resource tab and read book number 1. Book number 1 is called How to Stubbornly Refuse to Make Yourself Miserable About Anything. There are exercises in every single chapter. Write them down and break down your fears. You need to bring down your avoidance behaviors. You have to drive with the windows down. You have to have sharp knives. You have to go back to concerts. You have to be around your kids again. You have to get a dog if you want one with the barking. All the things that you think that you're doing to save your ears is actually driving the cycle. The fact that no one's talking about this is a major problem. The reason why I know this so well is my own personal experience with tinnitus, okay? I'm still gonna go to concerts for the rest of my life. Even if I have my hearing loss, even if it gets worse, it's still not the end of the world. The fear that you have surrounding this is driving that cycle without a doubt. So again, bring down avoidance behaviors, bring down compulsive searching for reassurance. If you keep going to the doctor, checking ear exams, that's gotta go. You gotta break it down. Look at your worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is eventually you lose all your hearing. That's a lot of worst case scenario. Well, if my hearing gets so bad and I lose my hearing, it's still not the end of the world. Plenty of people are deaf. It's not desirable. It's really tough, but it's not horrible. It doesn't have to have chronic depression, chronic anxiety, so forth. But if the belief system is incorrect and you're catastrophizing, then that is a problem. We're gonna walk a little bit because we're gonna get that, there we go. Let's bring this up a little bit and we'll start walking while I finish the video. So this is the thing I had to go through, okay? And this is the big mistake I made. And I made this mistake, ALA. I was making it all the time. I was hiding from everything. I did everything I said. Nothing with a headphone, nothing with knives, nothing about any of that. So again, it instilled that belief system even more. And then I realized that running from the sound was a big, big problem. And my lack of acceptance of the sound was driving the cycle. That's what kept me stuck for a long time, for a really long time. But when I went to people and they were trying to explain to me about this, all the recommendations were blocking it out with headphones, not using certain things, being overly protective about your ears. Look, is ear safety important? Sure. You know, if you're an audio engineer, sure, taking precautions, but the precautions don't even give you the certainty that you think. You could be a genetic anomaly. You don't know that. It gives you a portion of what you think is certainty, but it doesn't give you complete certainty, and that's the exact reason that we get stuck. So if you're interested in any of our coaching services, or webinar services, please email info@ocdrecovery.com and comment down below. I want to see some engagement. I like talking to people. We've been having a lot of great engagement on all of our videos. Tell me what you think about tinnitus. Tell me whether you agree with me or not. We can go through all of it. It is important to have an open dialogue and discussion because there's some people that say, hey, you know, I don't think that's the right thing. And then maybe we can help break it down. We have really good experience when it comes to this type of stuff, especially from an OCD perspective. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.